Hey PWBA fans, we are here from South Point Bowling Plaza here to kick off week 1 of the 2018 PWBA Tour season. We've got new guests, we've got new shows, we've got new bowlers, and some things about oil conditions. Join us, PWBA on the road. Hey PWBA fans, we are rocking and rolling from South Point Bowling Plaza, site of week 1. It is the kickoff of the 2018 PWBA Tour season. The players are certainly excited, but before we get into that, we've got a few changes along the way, but let's talk about what we're doing here. It's the PWBA On The Road show. It is a weekly show where we'll give you some behind the scenes of what goes into running a PWBA event. We'll also recap you on what happened in the previous week and get you set for the current week's event. Of course, as we get into that, we'll have players, we'll have ball reps, we'll have a ton of guests rolling through in the next couple of months, so certainly be on the lookout for that. A couple changes on the PWBA Tour this year. No bonus pins, no match play, no group step ladder. We're going old school, total pinfall, and essentially winner takes all. Also, as we get towards the end of the season, the top 24 players after the U.S. Women's Open will receive kind of an exemption, an automatic bid, so to speak, to the final 3 elite events. Those will be elite tour events. Be sure to check that out and make sure you're aware of what's happening. To fill the 32 spots, we'll have a PTQ, pre-tournament qualifier, every week on the elite tour. So still plenty of opportunity to bowl on the PWBA Tour. One more change, of course, we're giving out championships every single week. So in-center finals, live either on Extra Frame or CBS Sports Network. Be sure to check out your local listings, and of course, be sure to check out extraframe.tv. Well, the players excited, I'm excited, everyone in the building is excited. We got a chance to talk to a couple of the players, of course, during practice about what their expectations are for the 2018 season.
My expectation is to bowl really well, dominate this tour, and my main goal is to win the Player of the Year.
Obviously, I would like to win. I've been able to make a show, so now it's time to win. And then just have a consistent year like I had the last few.
Make cuts, make step ladders, bowl the best as possible, essentially.
My expectations last year were really high, and I didn't do as well until the end of the season. So I think my goals are still pretty high. I want to make cut, I want cash, but I want to win a title this season.
I'm just looking forward to bowling, honestly. Last year was a lot of fun. I went into it not really knowing what to expect. So this year I'm just excited to be bowling, and I'm excited that this year I get to bowl the whole tour. Last year I missed the first 2 events and I was still so close to, winning that Rookie of the Year. So I'm just looking forward to, I'm just going to enjoy it. That's really the main thing. Obviously I have goals, but my goals is just to bowl, to execute my shots, and just to be happy after every event that I made the best shot possible.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to be here once again, following dreams and goals. I think I'm just gonna have fun and trying to get the experience, and of course, I'm gonna try to win.
When I come out here, I always wanna win, so that's my main goal. I'm prepared, I have trained hard. I'm excited about this year.
It's gonna be like the 3rd or 4th time we're coming on tour, and this year we actually have a full team of 9 ladies on tour, so we're going to be here for a really short time, two stops only, so we're just going to make full use of whatever time we have here, and hopefully we can show the PWBA what we've got with our team Singapore.
My goals for the season is to make a TV show and hopefully at least win 1 title. I've been practicing a lot this season, and I feel like my game has been changing, and I'm excited to see what it's going to look like out here this season.
Welcome back to PWBA On The Road. I am joined by 2017 PWBA Tour Championship winner Shannon and 2017 Fountain Valley winner Kelly Kulick. Ladies, first of all, thank you for joining us. We look forward to having them, of course, throughout the season, but we heard a lot of the players talk about some of their goals for 2018. And before we get to 2018, it is here, of course, week 1. I want to go back to 2017 a little bit because each of you had a very special and unique experience in 2017. And Kelly, we'll start with you. The Fountain Valley Open Championship was very emotional for many reasons for you, but talk briefly about what that win actually meant to you and how it helped propel the rest of 2017 for you.
Yeah, obviously with the passing of my mother in 2016, I felt that she was always my first phone call, and I lost that. And Fountain Valley was really a point of relief for me. Getting over the hurdles, making so many shows my first year, my second year, finishing second many times, and I just need to get over that hurdle and have that sense of relief. So that propelled me for the rest of the season. And really, when I lost to Liz Johnson at the Go Bowling Championship, and then I lost to Shannon at the Tour Championship, I had no regrets. I truly walked away those two events knowing that I did my job to the best of my ability. I bowled one shot at a time, and my score unfortunately wasn't high enough to beat them, but I walked off the lane finally feeling good about my game, myself, and what the future holds for me.
And speaking of Tour Championship, obviously Shannon, great segue into that. A very special and emotional win for you as well, in dramatic fashion. Also, what did that win mean for you? And it was the end of the season, of course, but it meant so much to you as your first major title.
Yeah, I've been close. I've been knocking on the door for a major for a long time, and I always get right to the very end where I can feel it in my fingertips and throw a bad shot or bad break, or something just doesn't work out. And I found myself in that exact same situation. I threw a bad shot, and I literally was sitting there just hoping and praying that I could redeem myself, that I wouldn't have to wait a year and a half to have that opportunity to fix it, because I made a mistake, and that's the one thing that we don't have in our game are mulligans. And so I really felt like when Liz didn't double, that this was my opportunity to take advantage of a mulligan that was a gift, and I wasn't going to make the same mistake twice. And so being able to step up and beat her in a 3-ball roll-off, that is what I needed. For me, that's when I won the tournament. And then bowling Kelly, I mean, to win my first major bowling against two of the best women bowlers of all time, in my opinion, and doing it in the dramatic fashion was the perfect way for me with all the hurdles and kind of hiccups I've had along the way in my career. And so for the first time in my career, I believe that I believe I'm good enough, and I believe I'm capable of doing it again. So
now into 2018, week 1, Las Vegas. Kelly, what are some of the things or goals that you're looking forward to achieving in 2018, and just kind of your overall thoughts? The excitement level's high. Week 1, we're ready to go. We start tomorrow, but what are the goals for you this year?
Sorry, Emil, but I have to use my cheat sheet.
It's okay.
Because actually, I did, with the help of a very good friend, Brian Helen, back in Minnesota. He helped explain some goals to me that I should focus on. Okay. I'm just going to highlight 3 of them. Okay. First one is I'm going to trust my gut, first and foremost. Very important one, I'm going to find a joy in each and every tournament. Not necessarily on the lanes, it could be outside in the atmosphere and the environment I'm in. And I'm going to have the goal of winning every tournament, but only by a shot-by-shot process, and then I will accept the results. So these are just a few goals that he highlighted for me and that I actually said before he put them down on a piece of paper for me. The ultimate goal is I put my shoes on to win every single event. My statistics show that I'm versatile, I'm good on multiple patterns, and I'm always knocking on the door. The talent level is high out here, but 2018 will just be a continuation of knocking on that door, making telecasts, and having more wins under my belt than second place or third place finishes. Just
briefly, why is it important to find the joy, and it may not necessarily be within bowling, but the joy out of each tournament? Why is that important?
My dad said you have to love what you do because you're going to do it 75% of your life. And there has come a point in my career that I'm just not finding joy in bowling because I've been doing it for so long, traveling in suitcases and all around the world. And it's been enjoyable and rewarding. However, it has become more of a work type pace. So if you don't love what you do, you don't put the effort in to do it. And so I'm hoping that the outside forces will unlock the true Kelly that you used to see out here, and then that will relate on the lanes more often.
Is that the line dancing Kelly as well?
If you could always see the real true line dancing Kelly.
We need to see this. We need to make this happen.
Honestly, the people back home that I dance with and the dance weekends I attend, they know Kelly the person, the line dancer. I get my groove on. I get a little funky on the floor, but they love me for that. Right. They know that I'm a great bowler, but they know me as a person first, and that's the biggest compliment I can walk away with. But it really is. It's my stress release. It's my relaxation. They say, dance like nobody's watching. There's some days I dance like nobody's watching.
I too
Shannon can contest to that.
That's true. I've seen it.
I sing like nobody's watching sometimes at the office. But same question: goals, your thoughts, and what you're looking forward to the most, perhaps for 2018.
What I'm most excited about for 2018 is that I have some of my college girls, some of my little Bearcats that are going to join the tour at the Queens, and I'm just really excited to see them competing out here and doing it along with them and being their teammate through it. And so I'm just really excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just excited to be competing myself. I'm grateful for the opportunities. Over the winter break, I definitely wanted to step up kind of my workout routine some more, and some goals to have some Carrie Underwood legs, because my legs are most important for me in my game. And so I've been running like a maniac, and I feel really, really good there. So then it just goes to the mental side of things. I feel like physically I'm in a good place, and so the mental side kicks in where I need to just control what I can control, and really just focus on that and be okay with the results. If I'm making the best educated guesses I can and making the best shots I can, if I pocket 7-10 to lose, there's nothing I can do about that. I did everything that I could do. My goal is to be Player of the Year. You know, I want that. I want it. And but I also know that that doesn't happen overnight. It's a shot in, shot out. It's frame by frame, game by game, tournament by tournament. And so just really staying in the moment is really the biggest thing.
Well, that kind of went into my next question. We'll have some rapid fire questions, but my first question was, in a sense, will Liz Johnson win her 4th consecutive Player of the Year? You've just answered that, but
I'm going to do my best.
Why you? Exactly.
I'm hungry. You know, I don't think Liz is ever the type of competitor that will become complacent. But every year that I've been out here, I'm moving up in the points, and I'm getting closer and closer and closer. And I alluded to earlier that winning my first major is what I needed to get over that hurdle for Shannon O'Keefe to really truly believe that she's capable of achieving that. And I think that when you have the mix of somebody who's confident but also believes that there's a difference, and is putting the work in to do it, that could be the right combination.
Okay. And then Kelly, same question, but A, will Liz Johnson win her 4th consecutive? I'm going to guess your answer, and then why or why not?
Well, I look at numbers, Emil. Okay, so I'm going to say no, for the sheer fact that last year was the first year she really ran away with it. She was first, I was second. But the 2 previous years, Stephanie was right on her tail, so was Rocio in the 2nd season. Shannon's she's knocking on the door. I'm always a contender. However, she's always the contender in the field that you never count out.
Right.
But I'm going to say no this year.
Okay. Rookies. And this can be tough because it's early, it's week 1, and rookies can come in different parts of the season. But if we could start with who you think could be, and it could be a couple, could be 1, 2, but who you think would challenge for Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I think I'm in a really unique situation because I'm so immersed in the college bowling world. I've just finished my 4th year coaching collegiately, and so the girls that are graduating, I've watched them compete for 4 straight years. There's a couple. Sydney Brummett is starting, right now, week 1. She's great. She's on Team USA, and she's a contender. She can definitely do it. You have Jordan Richard coming out of Arkansas State, and then obviously I'm biased to my little Bearcats, Jessica Malott and Sarah Willie. I think that all of them are capable of doing it, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Kelly, same question. And Shannon just mentioned several names. I know Laura Plazas is here, Jennifer King is here as well, Casey Landers, who in your opinion might have a great shot at winning Rookie of the Year?
This talent pool keeps getting larger and larger every year, which is truly amazing, and accreditation to Shannon's program at McKendree, all the college coaches out there, and what USBC does molding their coaches. I would like to say, because Sydney Brummett is out the first week and Laura Plazas, those would be the 2 front runners, because the more events you're in, the better you become accustomed to being on the road, the more experience you have. But I'd also like to say, Stephanie Schwartz, I've witnessed Jordan Richards. Her versatility is impressive, and physically she can throw the ball. It's just a question of mentally, will she get there? But as Shannon mentioned, I would say Laura Plaza and Sydney Brummett.
And then finally, breakouts. Breakout players. We've all generally seen, someone since the tour, of course, that has returned. Kind of have that one season where you say, wow, it's we knew at some point that would happen. Who or multiple players do you think that could be in 2018?
The first one that comes off the top of my head is Shannon Plahowski. Obviously, she's left-handed, and sometimes she's on an island of her own over there. But she's due. She's knocking on the door. She's in a really good place mentally. She's she's hungry, and she's ready. She's my pick.
That would be my pick too. On the record, I said it, that she would be my pick for Player of the Year. But Kelly, same question, breakout players for 2018.
All right, just to have some differences amongst the core group here. Last year she didn't miss one cut, and that was Maria Jose Rodriguez. She was talented. Her versatility, again, playing straight. She was in front of the ball return, lofting the gutter. I saw her do it. So just based on her record in the past 3 years she's been out here, the experience she's gained, and the knowledge she has of the equipment, I love Shannon, but I'm going to go with Maria because she's a hook player. You know, so us hook players have to stay together, just saying.
Maria certainly would be a fantastic choice. Ladies, I appreciate your time. Good luck this season, and of course we look forward to covering you throughout the week.
Thank you so much.
I hope to talk to you much more often this year again.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, folks, they had some very, very difficult conditions to deal with on the lanes in 2017. Nick Hoagland, our PWBA man in charge of lane conditions, breaks down what these players can expect on the lanes in 2018.
Hello, this is Nick Hoagland, Lane Pattern Development Team Lead for the United States Bowling Congress and PWBA Tour. Today I'm here to discuss enhancements we're making to the 2018 PWBA Lane Maintenance Program. During this tour season, the PWBA Lane Maintenance Program will be involved with 6 standard events, 3 Elite Tour events, and 4 major championship events. For the 6 standard events, the PWBA Tour will utilize patterns from the pattern scorecard. Each pattern will be used one time and may be used at any distance with any volume and can utilize any conditioner from the Kegel Company, the official lane maintenance provider of the PWBA Tour. All standard event oil patterns will be posted 30 minutes prior to the practice session. The goal is to provide our athletes with multiple ball motions and pattern designs to test the greatest women bowlers in the world. For our 3 Elite Tour events, the tournament pattern and the PTQ pattern will not be released prior to the practice session. For these events, the oil pattern will be available prior to the weekly live CBS Sports Network broadcast of the PWBA Tour. For each major championship, custom oil patterns will be developed for each unique tournament format. At each major championship, the tournament pattern will be posted 30 minutes prior to the practice session. As part of the pattern design and selection process, the PWBA Lane Maintenance Team visits host centers on site to make sure the proper pattern is tested. The on-site testing process assures that the correct pattern is selected for each unique championship environment. In addition to pattern testing, PWBA conducts an inspection of the tournament lane surface and pin deck areas to be sure championship conditions are present for the best women bowlers in the world. We are certainly looking forward to an exciting 2018 PWBA Tour season, and we hope that this information enhances your ability to compete and watch the PWBA Tour.
That'll do it for this week's edition of PWBA On The Road. Don't forget to join us tomorrow as we kick off competition on the PWBA Tour. Noon Eastern, qualifying round 1, 8 p.m. Eastern, qualifying round 2. Then on Saturday, we'll have the round of 32, the round of 16, and of course our stepladder finals where we will crown the first champion of 2018. For everyone involved, Jason McEwen, Jason Thomas, my name is Emil Williams Jr. Don't forget to check out pwba.com and pwba.com/live for all of your needs. We'll see you next week in Sonoma.